Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Sunday, September 18th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind, of course, this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But I more than appreciate your likes, your comments, and of course, your subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. I do apologize if you can hear the odd noise in the background. For whatever reason, it became quite noisy right before I started recording in this household due to the fish tank and whatnot. But anyways, we're going to begin and pull from the wisdom deck and see where the reading takes us. Okay, what do we have for Sunday? Time to make it happen is what I'm hearing. And I did hear before that, although I wasn't sure if it was an accurate message, a Sunday to do, a Sunday to do. I feel like it's an action-oriented sort of go-getter mindset type of Sunday. Anyways, but it can still feel relaxing. With Treasure Island and Clean It Up coming into play, it's a day where you're pushed to clean up one's environment, whether it's cleaning up the household, it could be at work for some. I do feel like you're going to be pushed to, clear one's throat and get your voice out there at a certain point. But I do sense that you're being pushed to remember that your view, your standpoint on things, your messages that you're conveying matter. Okay. I do feel as if, there's a closed-minded individual in your midst, but you're being reminded that the spiritual meaning of a starfish plays into your situation. Let me show you that close up. And I did kind of get a reminder that your star sort of vibe about that as well, but then it led to the spiritual meaning of a starfish. Now, I do feel like there are loving vibes in the air, though. Whoever you end up associating oneself with or speaking to or just crossing paths with throughout the day, you're going to feel a sort of, even if it's not a complete happy vibe, sort of loving vibes, right? In one way, shape, or form. And I almost sense that it's going to vary from case to case as to how that is conveyed, or how that's just expressed in one way, shape, or form, or comes through. But I just feel like there's just some loving people, or at least one loving person that you are wrapped up with or cross paths with. Anyways, the day feels quite random, all over the place, but it's like you're heading towards a level of getting organized and cleaned up and having things in order. You may just feel like the order that things are getting done isn't stay in the order that you planned for, right? So try to keep an open mind as far as adjusting the order that things end up getting done. Okay, that was not the way I planned to word that, but interesting. I mentioned I got the vibe of you being reminded that you're a star throughout this day individually, as we do have the Fates card at the bottom. And so it's a day where you'll feel sort of angelic to an extent as you're accomplishing what you need to. And I do feel like the work you produce or develop, I got this message yesterday. Now I'm realizing it was for this reading. Whatever work and that you produce or develop throughout this day, you're going to see it be very successful, okay? I think I need to pull one more. A chin held high kind of day. Anything that you've done self-care wise in the previous days, or even throughout this day, an adjustment to your perspective or your appearance, your physical appearance, that is doing you some justice as far as your confidence goes, as far as how people are viewing you. Heads could be churning. I just feel like there's a bit of a spark about you, or a bit of a glow, or both, okay? But there are moments in the day where things feel a little bit dull, okay? Moments in the day where things feel a bit more colorful and a bit more alive. But Spirit's saying it's meant to have that balance of both, so you can recognize or remember what is leading to that, or just adding to the dullness or the colorfulness. I'm hearing the excitement, the spark in your eye. And also just because if the whole day was 100% energetic, colorful, exciting, I just feel like you wouldn't be able to appreciate those moments as much. Anyways, we have TikTok. And so I do feel like you're going to see the timing coming into play. Um, okay, floating away to another world is what I just heard as I was drawn to the hot air balloon. But I do feel like angel numbers coming into play, timely tasks coming into play as well, working with your hands. I do feel like the number 9 is of a relevance. Um, I didn't say that correctly, but I'm not going to repeat it. You're going to, okay, that was keywording. You will either feel guided to look up the spiritual meaning of the number 9 or the angelic meaning, okay? The angel number meaning. I do sense that there's a push to recognize how much better your situation is now in comparison to the past, right? Through certain small reminders from spirit or from spirit, however it comes through. And that's just to prove to you that you should be, or remind you that you should be ultra grateful for where you're at, but also a reminder that your future is going to be even better, okay? Let's pull from the Mystic Mondays. What else do we have for Sunday? You could also find that part of the day, if not just one part, you feel a little bit judgmental of others, okay? And I feel like it's probably warranted. It's probably accurate to an extent. Even if it's just, say, somebody you cross paths with out and about running errands or just at work. It could be at home, but I just feel like you just have a moment of judgment, but it will be brief, and or those moments will be brief. So the Four of Cups in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. And so in the midst of what feels like a bit of a treasure hunt throughout the day, right, a bit random, getting things accomplished, discovering things even, don't be surprised if Spirit pushes you to, without you even realizing it, potentially to purchase something random, okay? Or to end up in a specific location to experience something or to remember something. I just feel like you're being pushed to remember throughout this day, throughout all that you're accomplishing and discovering, that something, or if not multiple somethings, is meant for you, okay? There's just a vibe about things just feeling right throughout the day for the most part. And I feel like a missing factor also is adding to it, but it shouldn't be focused upon too much. I also sense that you could see faces throughout the day, okay? Certain faces you see out and about or when you're doing what you need to do feel quite relevant, as I am seeing the face here in the treasure box. But I also do feel like some of you see faces due to Spirit pointing you to see them in random spots. It happens to me so often. But the Wheel of Fortune coming out because I really do feel like pushes to look at the clock, seeing an angel number, or to see how efficient you're being as far as accomplishing something in a less stressful manner or just a stress-free manner. It's reminding you that the wheel's turning for you. I do feel like something in a short period of time is gaining a lot of attention, a lot of praise, a lot of likes, number increase, something of the sort. It could even be making you money. However it works for you, I do feel like it's a colorful level of success, okay? And you're seeing oneself keeping an eye on it, right? Every once in a while, whatever it is for you, it could be some passive income, it could be social media, you name it. I'm hearing stocks and bonds, but I do feel like for some of you, you're being pushed to recognize that or to remember that when you are passionate about what you're producing and developing, it makes the biggest difference, okay? But also, in the midst of being pushed to remember what's meant for you, we get a push to recognize where we don't fit in or didn't fit in once upon a time. Compare and contrast in a simplistic way, and you will realize what's meant to be, okay? In a sense, it's a bit of a preparation to make some important choices moving forward, but also just to keep one's perspective quite healthy, all right? Number 9. And so in due time, you will feel a bit burnt out, right? I feel as if it's not midday, it's halfway through the day. You could find your energy level just kind of comes and goes throughout the day at certain points. But I feel like you will it's either one or the other. You either will give yourself the chance to rest when you're feeling a bit burnt out, or you'll just keep it going and do what you got to do either way. And I feel like regardless of which approach you take, you're going to feel good about it, okay? I do feel like there is a little bit of self-care, taking care of oneself wrapped up in the day, and that is needed. The number 8 as well, okay? The number 8 as well. And we have the 2 of Swords. Actually, I'm not going to take that one, but I do feel like there could be a little bit of confusion that we're pushing to clear up or beginning to clear up. 2 of Pentacles. And I really do feel like you're reminded through this treasure hunt of a day that you are having a bit of a endless possibility sort of situation at hand, right? You can make your life what you wish moving forward, but we have a vision for you, okay? Let's co-create. I do feel like you're being pushed to recognize when people are watching, okay? For the better or for the worse. I feel like some people are judging you at a certain point, and it's almost like the universe is mirroring back to you how it feels when someone else is being, how it feels when you're judging someone else. Anyways, but I also feel like to an extent, or not to an extent, but the majority of the attention you're receiving throughout the day feels positive. It feels like people are tuning in to see what you're up to, or just to admire you, or just to benefit themselves in one way, shape, or form, which could benefit you. Take it as you may, but I just feel like it's a day where you are seeing oneself quite motivated regardless of how burnt out you are feeling at certain points. And I do feel like you're being reminded that in destined timing, right, in due time, you will achieve a specific goal that you come to throughout the day or have already set in place. I just feel like you're in a stepping stone kind of situation in one way, shape, or form. But I do feel like you're being pushed to give birth to whatever this is for you. But you could also find that in the midst of cleaning up, in the midst of potentially altering your personal routine or routines, you're giving birth to a new habit, okay? Or you're giving birth to a new, cleaner way of living in one way, shape, or form. Anyways, I just feel like there's good vibes in the air for the most part throughout the day. And the last one we have over here is the Princess of Wands. And they actually want me to show this one as well, because again, it's a day where a lot of attention's coming in. They're saying spotlight attention. And I really do feel like people are seeing you and recognizing you in one way, shape, or form. And you will feel as if there's a moment or two where, okay, you want to do a spin, right? Due to the energy in the air just exuding from you or the music you're listening to. But there's a need to put your foot down and reground yourself at a certain point and continue to light the way for oneself and those who you're wrapped up with or are looking to you for a sense of guidance, okay, in one way, shape, or form. But again, embrace the attention, embrace the success, embrace the a bit of all over the place kind of vibe about the day, but do recognize that you're getting a lot accomplished and your wishes are being fulfilled, all right? So if this was truly helpful, sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you next time.